Yeah.
All right, Inception.
We've already talked about.
Star Wars.
Episode 5.
Wars. Episode 5. Empire Strikes Back.
I mean, look, I'm not a huge Star Wars person.
But
Talking about how.
confession.
Yes.
I've not watched the
Original trilogy.
original trilogy.
Oh, really?
I've only watched the prequels.
Yeah,
where
of
they all
course.
came out.
Yeah.
So that's what I watched, and
Yeah.
this wasn't on TV.
Yeah, I mean,
available.
I'm the same way. Like, I watched the episode 1, 2, and 3 first, and then I went back and watched 4, 5, 6.
But
Yeah.
like I imagine this is like if you watch this, especially if you were around the time, especially or like 10 years after, even like this was pretty what Lord of the Rings is to sci-fi.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Like it's just like the series, especially the original 3.
Yeah. Talking about how perceptions have changed for a franchise as time has gone on. What the fuck has happened
Oh, I
to
mean,
Star
like
Wars, man?
Disney killed it.
What
Disney ran
what
into the
has
ground.
happened to Star Wars?
I watched the first half of episode 7. I'm like, what have they done? A single tear. I was like, what have they done?
Well, it's just so fucking boring because I don't want to fucking hear about Luke Skywalker and his fucking bloodline for 19 plots. You know, like just make a new fucking story.
Yeah.
They have. I mean, with some of the TV series,
Yeah.
and then it seems like everything is just a fucking flop, and they just can't get a dub.
I think
Yeah.
I think maybe this is just me kind of like taking a wild fucking guess at why, but like when they bought like LucasArts for so much money in Star Wars, I just feel like they're so desperate to recoup the investment to like justify to shareholders.
Yeah,
They're just shitting out the most mediocre garbage, and they're so worried about things going wrong with it. Whereas, like at least because I watched the first one came out,
Episode 4?
episode
7.
7.
Episode 7. Yeah.
I was like, this is so fucking boring.
Yeah, it was boring. I
I was
couldn't
like,
believe
this is
it.
boring.
It was boring for you, even though
Force
it
Awakens.
was basically
yeah.
I mean, episode 7 was basically a remake of the very first Star Wars.
I wouldn't know, but yeah, it was boring.
Yeah, but I mean, even then, it was
You
like...
wouldn't like the original Star Wars.
Well, no, but even then, I was like, I'd rather just watch episode 4.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude,
Yeah.
I
I want to see Puppet
it
Yoda.
actually pains me to watch Harrison Ford on that, like, and like this movie.
Right.
He so obviously doesn't want to fucking be there. It's actually painful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about Star Wars briefly before in our previous film episodes, but yeah, we've never really been the biggest Star Wars fans.
No.
Out of everything, even though Star Wars was such an integral part of nerd culture for so long, I was never really into that side of the nerd
Yeah.
culture. I don't know why.
For me, I very much preferred growing up the edginess of like anime sci-fi.
Well, it's not even
It
that.
was like way more edge.
Yeah, I mean, I love
I
shit
love
like
that.
I loved shit like Blade Runner, and obviously anime and other sci-fi shows, The Matrix as well. You know, I love sci-fi, but for some reason, I even though I fucking love sci-fi, Star Wars was just the one thing I was like, I don't know why. This just feels different. I don't know why. I was never truly into Star Wars. The only Star Wars I was like 100% invested in was probably Knights of the Old Republic, which is the video game. Fucking amazing.
I think because also the movies as well for me, when I would watch the movies, I felt like I was watching like WWE. Because like the way they fight feels like a WWE fight. You know what I mean? No. Because there's like this like kind of like amazing showmanship, yet you just in the back of your mind, you're like, I'm watching a show. And like,
Okay, maybe for like,
and like whereas like Lord of the Rings, I was like, you know, in my head, I'm like, if Aragorn dies, I will literally if something happens to Samwise, I will not be okay.
Right.
Whereas like when I see them fucking like jump around and then do the Force, like I think the Force, okay, let's get into it. The Force as a power system is dog shit. Like it is like the fucking like power level of Dragon Ball shit where it's like,
but it's cool.
Nah.
It's like a form of Nen. If you think
It's
about
like
it.
the worst form of Nen.
Well, okay.
But I understand that, like, look, it came out in the 70s.
Did you ever
right?
have a
70s,
point?
right?
Okay.
70s,
Did
yeah.
you have a point where you saw a scene and then you're like, I don't fully understand the Force, but I feel like that's not what the Force is meant to do. Did you ever have that
it's
moment?
just how, like,
Or-
the Force was only, like, again, and I'm not a Star Wars fan, and I'm sure there's a Star Wars fan pulling their hair out at home, being like, you don't understand.
They explain this in the movie.
But, like, when you'd watch him, like, I guess because it's like a cum barrier where it's like if you just have like
A what?
like, hey yo, if you can just block, you can block him. You know, I don't know why I call it a cum barrier. My brain just wanted to say it.
So if he came on me, just the force.
Like he could like Darth Vader could make me nut unless I have like a high enough force level where I can block it, and then he would have to like come and like fucking sword me.
Wait, what if there's a scene in Star Wars when Darth Vader's just like, come.
Like he could. To my understanding, he could.
He could.
Like,
Do you think Jedi use the Force when they're like procreating? Yo, when Anakin was making Luke,
erectile dysfunction must be a thing of the past.
Yo, imagine
He doesn't even have to be hard.
Imagine hitting the G spot with like the Force.
He could.
He's just standing there doing this.
Question: could I be like choked out by Darth Vader if I like had my back turned and wasn't paying attention, or is it like a Nen barrier where I like constantly have my Nen barrier up?
That is what happened to Anakin's mom. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
She never had sex.
She never had sex.
Oh my god! So she got the cum force.
Do you think Darth Vader is actually like really fucking kinky? And like Darth Vader in the films,
heavy breathing and choking,
heavy breathing
and choking.
Yo, Darth Vader in bed, like definitely wants to be pegged. I don't know why. It's just not just pegged, like force pegged. Like just
he's like, come to the dark side.
Needless to say, not a huge fan of Star Wars. Happy to move on.
Yeah, let's stop making sexual jokes about Darth Vader.
I saw this one short where you know like the sword YouTubers who always like
I fucking love those.
Yeah, I fucking love the channel. And then there was this one guy who was just, I saw this short that was like, why don't they use this technique in Star Wars? And it's like, so imagine like I'm coming to slice you, so you turn off your lightsaber.
Oh yeah, I saw this.
As you're going down, and then you turn it back on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
Real shit.
Yeah, and they're like, why do people in Star Wars not use this? Because that is broken as hell. And the top comment was, Jedi, no honor. Sith, no bitches. And I'm like, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah,
makes
pretty
sense.
much.
The forbidden technique.
The Matrix.
It is beta technique.
You were just mentioning the Matrix.
Oh, the Matrix.
I know you love the Matrix.
I fucking
Dude,
love
who doesn't love the
Matrix?
Matrix?
I mean,
Matrix is
cool.
sick as fuck.
I feel like it was like it defined the vibe for like and the style. For quite many years.
Yeah.
I mean, this single-handedly just made leather jackets cool for an entire decade. I feel like.
The fights were cool.
This, I'm pretty sure.
Long leather jacket with glasses was like the look.
This was like one of the first sci-fi films that I properly got into. Definitely defined my personality for a good while.
Yeah.
It's such a good film.
And I have rewatched this so many times. And while the CGI hasn't aged as well, I still think this is an amazing film to this day.
I like it.
Dude, Bullet Time still looks sick to this day.
Are we going to hate any of these movies? I guess they're the top 20 for like a reason.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to.
It's kind of hard to. We can hate their sequels.
Yeah, true. Well, I mean, my God, they certainly have had a hard time getting a good sequel.
Yeah.
Damn, the Matrix Reloaded was a 7.2.
I think The Matrix Reloaded is overhated, and so is The Matrix Revolution.
I liked the initial sequels, but the new one I heard was
the new one
Resurrections.
is shit.
Resurrections.
Resurrection is shit.
So bad.
I do think the first Matrix is the best, but I still think there are some really cool ideas in The Matrix Reloaded and The Matrix Revolution.
Is Matrix Reloaded the one where like Neo fights like all of those Mr. Smiths in the basketball court or whatever? Yeah, that scene is so sick.
I remember watching that scene.
That's such a cool
surprised
scene.
John Wick is rated so low, like the John Wick films.
I mean, they're just
action.
They're just action. I think that's a fair rating for John Wick, where it's like this is definitely like a cult. Like you come here for great action, you're gonna get great action. And nothing else but great action.
Yeah, I like the Matrix a lot. I just like the world a lot. I think it built up a really cool.
I like the world. I like just the concept of the Matrix as well, and especially in some of the trilogies, in some of like the sequels, I didn't understand like computer terminology or like computer stuff at the time. I just watched it for like, ooh, cool looking action. And just seeing the world of the Matrix being explored for the different architecture and the different things you can see in like computer science. I was like, that's pretty cool actually. I never appreciated that as a kid. But no, The Matrix, I don't know.
It was ahead of its time as well.
It was ahead of its time, and if there's one thing, I think it was The Matrix that also properly got me into anime as well. Because I don't know what it is, but it feels very anime. I don't know why, but
well, the Wachowskis are like very openly expressed like they fucking love anime, right? And they were like got a lot of inspiration from anime, so it makes sense.
Kind of like, did you watch the Terminator anime came out?
I watched a bit of it, yeah.
It was pretty good.
Yeah?
I liked it a lot. I watched it all. I was I thought it was pretty damn good. I don't know why this reminded me of that, but I imagine that like a Matrix anime could work pretty well, I think.
There is a Matrix
the
anime.
Animatrix?
What? Yeah, there is
It's called Animatrix.
It's called the Animatrix.
Why have I never heard of this?
I don't know.
Because it came out ages ago.
Good.
So it's an anthology series.
Okay,
I really like it.
Now I feel like I remember us speaking about this.
Yeah. The Animatrix, I think this is the best short of the Animatrix.
Oh, it's a bunch of shorts?
Yeah.
Okay,
so it's like an anthology series, kind of like Love,
Death and Robots.
Death and Robots.
Okay.
I think this is the best shorts.
Well, hopefully we can get like a fucking like cool ass retelling in the same world. Because I like what they did with Terminator. How they were like, we'll use the rough outline of the plot, but just.
Do we need more Matrix though? Do we need another film, another beloved film franchise to be resurrected?
I'm just saying, I've been kind of loving the anime adaptation of things lately, like that we've had. Like Terminator was great. Fucking Castlevania was great. Like I'm kind of enjoying what we've been getting lately.
So you want animated films?
I just think some worlds lend themselves really well to anime.
I think Matrix is one of them, definitely. Yeah. I don't know if I want more Matrix though. I don't know.
I don't think I would want the story to be similar.
I feel like after everything that's come out, I feel like for me, The Matrix has explored every concept that I want it to explore for its world.
I can't think making shit, Connor. What the fuck's wrong with you?
You're part of the problem, Connor.
Dude, the Terminator anime was good.
The original Terminator movie is also good.
Yeah. It also took how many sequels to get to the Terminator making something decent?
Yeah. Well, they fucking fumbled that bag a lot.
Yeah, because that is the pattern we're seeing right now, where a lot of these franchises that are in these top now. We're getting to the point where we're like, okay, this shit great. Modern shit that have been derivative of these franchises, please stop.
Yeah.
Stop tarnishing their legacy, man.
All right, let's see what's next.
Oh, I gotta piss.
Oh, I haven't seen this.
You haven't seen Goodfellas?
I haven't seen Goodfellas or One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I know. Pete always fucking quotes or talks about One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah, I mean,
Goodfellas I've been meaning to watch, but I wanted to wait until hopefully it came in cinemas again. Or like Mafia.
Yeah. I mean,
I was like, I want to watch it in the cinemas.
I mean, if you liked Godfather, you're gonna love Goodfellas. Oh, Goodfellas is obviously a little bit more in your face because it's Martin Scorsese.
Yeah.
Because I'm a huge fucking fan of Martin Scorsese. This isn't my favorite Martin Scorsese film, but it's.
What's your favorite one?
The name is escaping me right now.
If you scroll down, maybe click on Martin Scorsese, it should show you.
God, we're talking about so many films. Go down.
Man, there's a lot of films that did not do well.
Well, can you go up to like maybe just like what he's well known for?
Martin Scorsese.
What's your favorite Martin Scorsese film?
Goodfellas, Taxi Driver. He did a Casino.
Oh, Casino's good.
He did. Did he do Raging Bull? I think
he did Raging Bull as well. Raging Bull. I haven't seen Raging Bull yet.
That's a great movie.
He did Wolf of Wall Street.
Yes.
Great film.
Oh, yeah. Amazing film.
I really enjoyed. It's a great film.
It's a great film.
It's a fucking amazing film.
It's a great film.
What's the one with Leonardo DiCaprio and Matt Damon and
we might see it if we keep Shutter Island. No,
not Shutter Island. Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, fuck.
And,
what's that movie?
Why can I not remember the movie?
The remake of the Korean movie, right?
It's I think it's Chinese.
Oh, Chinese movie. Excuse me.
The remake of the.
Oh, what's that movie? That's such a good movie.
That's probably my favorite Martin. I can't even remember the film name, and I'm like, that's my favorite.
I think.
Ip Man? No,
Shit. What's the fuck? How is it not there?
Oh, you're on producer. You got to go to director.
Go to director.
There you
go. Previous.
72 films directed.
Fucking hell, he's directed.
Not The Irishman.
No, The Irishman.
Keep going down. It's pretty.
The Irishman was slow.
The Departed.
Oh, I love The Departed.
That's a great
Departed
movie.
is my favorite Martin Scorsese.
Oh yeah, what is it called? Like fucking like something Heat or something in like the original title, the Chinese film. I've watched the original.
I really like the original as well.
Yeah, the original.
It's so interesting comparing The Departed to the original Chinese version because there's like such like I'm not always for remaking films, right? But I think in this case, especially when you take an Eastern film and remake
Infernal
Affairs.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was called Heat.
Yeah, no, Heat is a different film.
No, I know. I mean, like I was in like Heat something.
Yeah, but
I've seen.
There's Infernal Affairs and there's The Departed, and normally I am not on board with remaking Eastern films because I heard they're remaking the Korean film. There's so many names right now that's Parasite. They're remaking Parasite. Have you heard about this?
What?
Yeah.
Why?
No.
They're remaking Parasite. I don't know why. I don't know why. And a lot of the times I'm like, that's the reaction I have where I'm like, why are you remaking this? There's already a perfectly good Korean film.
Yeah.
But in this case, even though these two have like basically the same plot, there is such a stylistic difference between Infernal Affairs and The Departed.
Jack Nicholson's so good in this.
Yeah, where like if you put the final rooftop scene side by side, it's so interesting to watch. Where in the original version, it's like super cool, super quiet. Everyone's like, "Yo, take it like turn around" and shit like that.
Yeah.
And it's just pure. It's really, really cool in the Asian sense of cool, where it's just like everything is a bit more muted and it's all about the subtext. Meanwhile, you go to The fucking Departed and it's like fucking Leonardo DiCaprio's like, "Oh, get your fucking ass up!" It's such a everyone's like shouting, people like fucking being popped left, right, and center. Matt Damon
Quietest Boston conversation.
Yeah, quietest Boston conversation. And I'm like, it was really cool seeing both
I forgot
of these
Martin
different films.
Sheen was in this movie.
Mark Wahlberg's in the film. I do not remember.
And Alec Baldwin? I do not remember
Alec
that.
Baldwin was in this. I love Mark Wahlberg's character in this. I don't know why.
What does he do in this film again?
All he does is he's just...
he's in the final scene, right?
He's in the final scenes, but I swear every time Mark Wahlberg has a line in this, it's like the funniest shit ever. Because all he does is he's just a dickhead in this film, and that's basically his role in this film.
It's a good movie though.
Yeah, it is a fucking great movie.
Let's move on to the
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Oh, what a great movie!
Amazing movie
Fucking love
as
this
well.
movie. The book is also amazing. The original book.
Another Jack Nicholson, right?
Yeah.
Is this also by Stephen King? I don't know.
No.
This feels like a book movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's definitely feels like a movie based on a novel.
Yeah.
Of some sort.
The original book is quite good. Although, a little bit different. I would say the book and the movie kind of give you two very different experiences of the story. Yeah. Just from the way that it's written, because like this is like the whole like, unreliable narrator type of story.
Yeah.
If you don't know the twist of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, then I won't say it, but
I don't know. Please.
I won't say it, but it's like it completely shifts the way that you view the story. And Jack Nicholson's like, I reckon this is one of his like best performances on screen. I think he won an Oscar for this, I believe.
Probably. I mean, I think. Who's your favorite actor
of all time?
Yeah, can you pick one? Jack Nicholson is definitely up there for me.
Yeah.
Holy shit! This isn't my favorite Jack Nicholson film, but I go back religiously and watch that final scene in A Few Good Men. Like,
oh yeah,
so many times, and I think that is my favorite scene. With there's so many fucking great actors out there. Jack Nicholson is one of my favorites, along with
He's not in a lot of stuff anymore, right?
He's not, and it's such a shame because there are a few actors that have the same screen presence as Jack Nicholson does. Because, like I said, in like A Few Good Men, for example, he's only in there for like a few scenes, and he fucking steals like the whole fucking screen presence in that scene to make you think that he's in that for the entire film when he basically just has like one banger scene and that's it. What an amazing actor.
I gotta watch this.
Yeah, he's very good in this.
Yeah.